This video is the first of hopefully a series of videos where I will answer my students' questions. And in this video, I'd like to answer Jonathan's question about how do I come up with my color schemes. The answer is it depends. Mostly it depends on the design itself, because sometimes the design idea imposes the color scheme we should use, we want to go for. Like in the case of this beer icon, usually the beer color is this orange-yellow color, the foam and the glass is white or off-white. So the object itself imposes the colors we should go for. But sometimes the design does not impose the color, like in the case of this suitcase. So its color could be anything we wanted. And in a case like this, I usually try to find the right balance between contrasty background and the colors that make the design itself. But also I want to keep them, I want to complement each other. And to be honest with you, quite often it's quite a challenge, because sometimes I spend hours trying to find the right combination between contrast and complement. So one quick solution to this problem is Illustrator's tool called the Color Guide. And if we select any color like this background and we go to the Color Guide, you can see that we have variations of this color that we chose. We can go with tints and shades, we can go with warm, cool, and we can go with vivid and muted. I usually just leave it as tints and shades, because in here we can switch between high contrast, complementary, analogous. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it right. Usually I go with high contrast to find the contrast, and at the same time try to find colors that complement each other. And of course we can play around with warm, cool, and so on and so forth. So this is one way of coming up with a color scheme for the design. But also there are many websites that offer color schemes, color swatches for flat design projects. So let me quickly jump to my browser and show you the sites that I usually use. Okay, the first site I used, I don't use it anymore, but maybe you want to use it, is Flat UI Colors. And there are some basic colors, basic flat colors here, but there's not quite a lot of them. And sometimes in the past, I really missed the flexibility. I mean, I wanted some more colors. I wasn't getting them from here. But if you want to design flat designs, but also kind of like minimal designs, this site is it's a really good place to start. So the site that offers more color swatches is Flat UI Color Picker, and from here we can choose from I don't know, around 100 color swatches, and maybe even more. But these swatches, they lack good dark colors, and we got some like ebony clay right here, and we got some in the red section. We got old brick. But when I want to choose some like dark gray, I really don't have it here. I have it in the blue, but it's not really often not what I want. We don't have anything that is really close to black color, for instance. So it's better than Flat UI Colors to my taste, because it's got more swatches, but quite often there are colors that I would like to use, and I can find them here. There's also a site called Bootflat, and it's more for web design or web development. And we got some nice flat colors right here, should you wish to code your Bootstrap project with flat design colors. And there are some really nice colors, but to tell you the truth, quite often it's simply different names for these swatches. There are some additional swatches, I believe, but it's a matter of personal preference which one you go for. So my latest discovery is this site called flatcolors.net, and in here we have a lot of flat design swatches, and as you can see, they are already presented in a color scheme kind of way. So from left to the right, we got some variations of the colors, and we could choose between colors and palettes, like so. So if you just wanted to go for like flat UI palette, We got our colors right here, and all we would have to do is just copy the hex code, go to our Illustrator, and just paste it in like so. But what if, and that's often my case, what if I like some colors, or like maybe like, let's say that I like this red color, and maybe I like this green color, but in here I can't find other colors that I would really like, and let's say that I'm not sure what other colors from this palette, from these palettes, would actually go well with these two colors. But the solution to this kind of problem, that is quite a solution to this problem that is quite a common problem, is the site called coolors.co. This is this site, and in here, let me just go back to the main site, and in here we can just start the generator. So as we mentioned, I want this color, so I'm just going to copy the hex code, and in here I'm going to paste that code right here. I'm going to lock this, I'm going to lock it, and then I'm going to go for the green color. I'm going to copy it, I'm going to paste that in again, and I'm going to lock it as well. And now if I just press the tab key, you can see that I am getting really nice, at the same time contrasting colors, but they are complementing each other really nicely. So if I just go keep browsing, I'm going to find some really nice color palettes. Like say I like this purple color because it really gives me nice contrast between these guys, this red and green. And at the same time really goes well with these guys. So if I just lock this guy, I'm now just gonna switch or change these two colors until I find what I am looking for. So usually I would go with this kind of dark color. That would be the color for my darkest accents, and I'd go for something for a white color that would be for some really light elements of the design, and I will lock it. And now all I would need to do is to just simply copy these hex codes and apply them in my design. So I really hope that you found this lecture really useful. If you have any further questions regarding what we just talked about, just feel free to ask them in the discussion board. And as always, have a nice design.